To some, the pending indictments, which are about to descend on the PVP, by that I mean Putin's vice president, might seem trivial and perhaps even comical, and considering all that happened thereafter, the least of his transgressions. But before you dismiss or pass judgment, I think it would be instructive to revisit those most decisive moments when the Stormy Donald drama went down. As summer faded into the fall of 2016, Hillary's election seemed, if precarious, pretty much assured. She had thoroughly trounced the Donald in the televised debates. Most polls and pundits seemed confident of her victory. There would at last finally be a woman president. But for all her competence and experience, Hillary had some serious vulnerabilities. Firstly, she was under continuous assault over her private handling of official emails and her personal server that she used as Obama's Secretary of State. A congressional inquiry and FBI investigation, which yielded no charges, had rattled her campaign. Over the previous year, the PVP had mercilessly pounded her on that. "Show us the emails" became a mantra. He even invited the Russian spy service to provide them. Russia, if you're listening. But with the arrival of fall, the fervor and furor over those emails had faded. But on October 28, less than 2 weeks before Election Day, FBI Director James Comey thrust himself and those emails back into the spotlight when he claimed that new Hillary emails had been discovered and that the investigation was reopened. This was red meat to the future PVP, and he pounced on it like a mad wolf. For his part, the future PVP had his own vulnerabilities, most notably with women. During the campaign, several women came forward and claimed that over the preceding decades, they had been groped or assaulted by the Donald. The future PVP denied and counterattacked with a sarcastic vengeance. But on October 7, his firewall crumbled. That's when the now infamous Hollywood Access tape became public. On TV screens across the nation, folks watched as the future PVP joyfully bragged, "When you're a star, you can do anything. Grab 'em by the pussy. You can do anything." The self-admitted predator had seemingly performed political suicide. Electorally, at least, it seemed that Donald was a dead duck. Mainstream R's like John McCain denounced him. Several more urged him to withdraw from the race and let the future PVP's VP Mike Pence lead the ticket. But the future PVP refused. He lashed back at his attackers and somehow, with a big assist from James Comey, weathered that storm. That's when Stormy made her move. "Pay her," her representatives demanded, "or the story of their affair will go public, and whatever sliver of hope remained for his candidacy would be forever shredded." The Hillary emails would seem quaint next to the Donald's infidelity. One only had to look at what happened to Gary Hart and John Edwards. Their infidelities had destroyed them. Groping is one thing, but banging a porn star right after your wife gave birth, that's another. No God-fearing, Bible-beating Republican could vote for that. So when Stormy demanded cash, the future PVP ponied up in full. And with the help of his loyal fixer, Michael Cohen, that story was, for that critical moment, killed. And somehow, by the skin of his scrotum, the PVP's candidacy was saved, while Hillary's was scuttled. And the rest, folks, is, as they say, history. So maybe these indictments, if and when they come, aren't so trivial after all.